Hello, this is Eleanor McGarry, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Canada, and today I'm going to show you how to personalize your projects by dyeing the ribbon that you use in any color that you want. In one technique, we will use the reinkers as well as the Stampin' Spritzers filled with water, and in the second and third technique, we will use the classic stamping pads and the Stampin' Blends. There are 3 different ways I'm going to show you to dye ribbon, and you're just going to use any basic white ribbon that you can find. You can see I've dyed something there and I just didn't cut it off. Stampin' Up! Has lovely ribbon and open weaves and sheers and metallics and ginghams and polka dots, but sometimes they don't have the exact color that I want for my project. So I just use the actual ink pads or the Stampin' Blends to change the white into the color that I need. So to use the ink pad, you're basically just going to open up your ink pad, lay your ribbon down, and hold it down with a sponge, and then pull through. And then do it on the other side as well. And you get this lovely ribbon to use. And the other way that you can dye your ribbon is by actually just, let's get some scrap paper here, taking your Stampin' Blends. This is Flirty Flamingo, I believe. Yes, Flirty Flamingo. And just coloring right onto your ribbon to change it to the color that you're currently working on your project. The Stampin' Blends are great for this because they'll soak right through, so you don't only have to do it on one side. So just color in the length of ribbon that you need, and then you can just use it in your project. And it's great because you never have to worry about reaching for ribbon and realizing you don't have the exact color that you want, because you can just color in your white ribbon. So that's the first 2 ways. The next way I'm going to show you will require some of these gloves. You can get them at the hardware store or just anywhere, because it's a bit messy. Another way to color or dye your ribbon is by using reinkers and the Stampin' Spritzers. You are going to need some gloves for this technique because this is dye ink and it will dye your fingers, it'll dye your skin. So unless you're not planning to go out of the house or be outside where people can look at you and wonder what the heck happened to your fingers or your skin, you need to use cover up your hands, okay? All right, so you just need a little bit of reinker, not too much. I do use 3 little drops there, and then spritz some water onto your craft mat. The more water you use, the less dark, the more diluted the color will be. Grab your ribbon and you're just dyeing it by allowing the ribbon to kind of absorb all that ink. So I like to try and make sure that I've used up all the ink. You're basically using your ribbon as a napkin. Okay, pretend you're cleaning up a spill with your ribbon as your napkin. And I just keep going until I'm pretty happy with the fact that I don't have any more ink on my craft sheet, because it's amazing how you might think that there's not a lot of ink left on your craft sheet, but there's still lots for you to continue dyeing your ribbon. And then of course you're gonna set this aside and allow it to dry. It doesn't take too long to dry, maybe half an hour, and if you're in a rush and you want to use it on a project right away, you can use your heat gun to kind of speed up the drying process. But basically you're just dyeing your ribbon by allowing it to absorb all that ink that's on your craft sheet. And then you end up with some lovely dyed ribbon. Now that'll just be left alone to dry for about half an hour, and then you have ribbon to use for your project. Here's some other ribbon that I've dyed. This ribbon used the Cherry Cobbler reinker, and I diluted it quite a lot because I wanted it to be a bit lighter. So you still have the Cherry Cobbler hue on there, but it's a lot lighter. And I did the same with this one. It's Mango Melody, but diluted enough that it's a very light shade of yellow. As you know, the Mango Melody reinker is quite a lot darker than this. And then here, did the same here with the Night of Navy. I just added a little bit more water to get this lovely blue color. And then I wanted to do bows, so I just went ahead and did a few bows. And I'm going to show you the cards that I've made. So for that Night of Navy ribbon, I made this. You can see the dyed ribbon right there. This set, this stamp is part of the Sweet as a Peach stamp set. But I used the flowers right there along with the stem to create that image. And then I decided I've already got this one basic card design. Let's just go with it and make the same. And in this one, I did the ribbon dyed in Highland Heather. And then I did a third one in the same basic card diagram, and I used Bumblebee. So there's all three cards. I hope you will try experimenting with your reinkers and Stampin' Blends and ink pads and create your own personal touch by adding dyed ribbon to your projects. I hope you enjoyed this quick tip this Sunday, and I will see you back here next Sunday. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking on the red button on the bottom right side of the video.